everybody, and welcome back to Full Metal Geek. We are here in a number one contender match. The winner of this match is going to go on to play for the title, and that's damn exciting. I am here with my co-host, RJ. RJ, how you doing today, man?
I'm so good. Like, as the recording of this, just to get behind the scenes, like, my birthday's tomorrow. What better birthday gift for myself could ask than to watch these two competitors go at this number one contenders match and to have you hosting for me so I can kind of just sit back and enjoy it for once. I'm really excited.
Absolutely. And these are two guys who have had a very similar story here in Full Metal Geek so far. Both 3-0 right now, have dominated practically every match they've been a part of, and now they're facing their biggest challenge yet in each other. We have Nick Twohig here today, sitting at 3-0, versus David Garcia and Alonso, also at 3-0. This is going to be a fantastic match. I'm excited just to hear what they have to say about their opponents as we go into pre-match interviews right now. All right, so we are here with the currently lower ranked only because of how knockouts and TKOs all worked out. Nick Twohig, you're here with one full knockout. You've had 3 great matches behind you, 3 great victories behind you. How do you feel now going in to face David, another great competitor?
I feel really good. David is a really good competitor. I'm happy to be here in my childhood bedroom to play this number one contender match. I got my award in health class over there, so I'm feeling pretty confident. And I got Cody couldn't be here today, so I got the very next best thing. The champ is in my corner today, and also I paid $20 to RJ yesterday to test me on the match, so I'm feeling pretty good. Tim.
Yes.
Help me do good.
That is my goal today, is to help you do good. I have no interest in playing David. David's a chump, and he's a tomato, as Cody might say. I gotta channel my inner Cody. He's a tomato, and you're a contender. I would much rather play you than David, and not because I'm afraid to play David, because, like I said, chump. So yeah, let's do this. This is gonna be good.
Strong words from the Nick camp, of course. The current champion, Timber Collar, the winner of this match, will have to play him for the title. Interesting that you took $20. I was offered $25, but because I have integrity, I said no. So with that, let's talk real quick to David and his manager, Adelaide. The two of you, David, also 3-0. You have never made it to a final round of a match. You've never had to answer a final round question. Will that change here in the new 5-round format, of course, because it's the number one contender match?
I mean, probably. Nick is an incredible competitor. I have seen it up close, and I am really excited to play him. He's a really nice guy. Tim, I guess he was just channeling his inner Cody, even though that was supposed to be an issue, but it probably is like my difficulty to understand English, but that weird accent word, I didn't really know what it meant, so I'm still good. But no, seriously, this match is one of the toughest I will probably have to play. And that's coming from someone who has stepped in the ring with you, Robert. So, yeah, let's just do this. I have never been more ready in my life to play a match. So, Adelaide?
And keeping with trend, with players being nice and managers being assholes.
Adelaide, you also excited to see... Continue,
I mean, it's like, come on, Tim. Like, we're here to have a fun time. And Nick Twohig's one of the greatest players we've ever seen in all time of Geek, which is why, Twohig had to replace Robert to be your partner. Like, Twohig is legit. He is fantastic. But there's a reason he didn't get two TKOs and 1 KO like we did. It's because we're better. And we're going to prove to you that we're better. And after today, we're going to... You will respect the name of David the Spaniard Garcia. Let's fucking do this.
All right, those were, as they say, fire promos, RJ. I am excited. This is going to be a very tense match. We already see it. The players obviously respect each other. The managers obviously don't, as it should be. Once again, the winner of this match will go on to play for the title. Will be 4-0, playing for the title for a chance to be 5-0 and champion. High stakes here in this match. How do you feel about the promos? And also, are you ready to go?
I'm still counting the $20 because Nick paid me in hay pennies. So I'm still counting to make sure that I actually got all my money. But no, I mean, no, like they said, this is exactly what I wanted when I started this. giving new competitors a chance to show what they got and get to the point where they can play their hardest. And here they are. These two are the ones who have proven it. They have similar records for a reason, because out of everyone new we brought in and all the other competitors we gave a chance, these two stood above the rest. So I'm really excited to see what they can do against each other, especially in the 5 rounds.
All right, so we are here. We have the competitors in. Round 1 is going to work like this. It's the traditional whiteboard round 1. You get 10 questions from 10 predetermined categories. You have about 15 seconds to write it down. Once that time is up, reveal your answer and say it at the same time. If you get it right, you'll get a point. If you get it wrong, nothing happens. If you do get a perfect 10, you will get a bonus question worth an additional 1 point should you get that question correct, and you have 3 repeats and a challenge to use throughout the course of the match. With that being said, David and Nick, are you two ready?
Totes.
All right, let's hop right into it then. Your first question, it comes in the category of Marvel. What Walking Dead actor plays Scud, an ally turned traitor in Blade 2?
Robert, watching you lag is like watching a really bad Japanese dub of like a bad Japanese dub movie. You lagged for like 2 seconds and it was hilarious.
Hopefully it's fixed now. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, we're going to come to you first.
I have no idea. He said a name. Get that.
And Nick?
Norman Reedus.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, gentlemen, your next question is going to come into the category of Star Trek, which I hate answering questions from, so luckily I'm not in this match. In Star Trek 09, what does Kirk give to a shipyard worker before getting on the shuttle to take him to Starfleet?
This time, David going to the board quicker, Nick taking a second to puzzle it out. Quite the opposite from the first question. Drama.
A little bit. The drama builds, the tension builds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, we're going to come to you first.
His bag?
David?
His motorcycle keys.
That is correct. Tie game. His motorcycle keys was correct.
Exactly correct.
Tie game. So your third question in the category of DC. What silly villain is terrorizing the city at the beginning of Teen Titans Go to the movies?
I am surprised in these two. Not to say anything about their skills. This is still going to be a great match, but to go that quickly, to know there's no perfect rounds, you can already tell this is about to be intense.
Absolutely. It's going to be close. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. David, we're coming to you first.
Oh, the glitter balloon man.
And Nick?
Balloon Man.
You know what?
Nick? Okay. Both correct.
That's better. Yeah.
Yep. You're good. Both correct. Move on to your next question.
All right, gentlemen. Your next question is going to come in the Wizarding World. It's the Wizarding World of Harry Potter or Newt Scamander. We all know which one we prefer. What type of creature is Frank in Fantastic Beasts and where to find them? And we didn't get a question in the one we liked. We got in the...
Oops. It happens. Gonna need answers here. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, and Nick, coming to you first.
So I hope I didn't mess this up because this is actually the mascot of our local hockey team, but Thunderbird.
And David?
Thunderbird.
Okay, cool.
That is both correct. Still a tie game. Your next question. In the category of mixed bag, what could it be? What empire do the Spartans war against in 300, which Xerxes rules over?
You know what I just realized? Michael Fassbender's
that?
in this movie.
This is his first movie ever. This was his first movie.
That's crazy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. David, coming to you first.
I mean, probably it's the Persian Empire. Is that how you say
And
it?
Nick?
Persian.
Okay.
Yep, that is correct. Yep. Still a tie
He gets
game.
one of the dopest lines in the movie too. That's the crazier thing. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah, this was his
All
movie
right.
debut.
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, your next question comes in a galaxy far, far away, and that's in Middle Earth. No, I'm just kidding. It's Star Wars. I was just messing with you. All right, in Star Wars, in Solo, a Star Wars story, during the heist on Vandor, who sacrifices themselves by blowing up the bridge?
David, I think, might like this category with the shirt he is representing. Just a guess.
Yeah, I mean,
just a little bit.
Ooh,
I just saw that. I think they might know the answer to this question.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, coming to you first.
Val.
And David?
Val. I mean,
that is correct.
Yep, I do like it, but not to make less of my
absolutely correct.
That amazing shirt as well.
All right. Your next one is in the category of MCU. Where is Scott when he first has a vision of Janet in the quantum realm in Ant-Man and the Wasp? This will be one of the few that actually, I think, improves on rewatch. I think you think it's meh when it comes out because it's right after Infinity War, but I like this movie quite a bit.
No, yeah, when you watch it in chronological order, it makes a lot more, it feels a lot more right.
Exactly. All right, pens down. David, we're coming to you first.
I think I messed up in bed.
And Nick?
I was between that and bathtub.
Nick does have it correct. It is in the bathtub. Nick takes a 1-point lead, 6 to David's 5.
Yep. Finally, a change in this game as we get into question number 8. And this is in Heroes and Villains. Who plays lead inspector Frank Aberlin in 2001's From Hell?
Can you?
You broke up there. Technical repeat.
I broke up
there.
No problem.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. In Heroes and Villains, who plays lead inspector Frank Aberlin in 2001's From Hell? By the look on their faces, I think they're realizing this is a mixed bag movie. And
sure is.
We remind everyone that Heroes and Villains covers all categories.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Nick, what'd you have?
This is the one about Jack the Ripper, but Clive Owen.
And David?
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp is correct.
Challenge.
Guys, back up.
Absolute challenge. He said it's Johnny Depp.
All right. If you're going to use the official challenge, we'll cut here, and RJ and I will talk about it quick. All right, we're back from a challenge. Unfortunately, we cannot give David the point for Johnny Depp, both pronounced and spelt in a way that is just outside baseball, just not quite correct enough to give him the point. So the score will remain 6-5. Nobody will get that question correct, and we'll go into your next question, which is in the category of Worlds of DC. Your question. In Birds of Prey, after seeing Canary beat up some thugs, Sionis gives Canary what new job?
I still need to see this movie. Like,
probably, yeah.
But I've heard it's pretty good. Like, I just don't got the money right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David, we're coming to you first.
Driver.
And Nick?
Driver.
Both correct.
All right, gentlemen, we are now at your last question. This is going to be in the category of Middle Earth. What is the answer to the final riddle that Gollum asks Bilbo in An Unexpected Journey?
I'll give you a little bit of extra time for this one.
Yeah, because that's just mean, Robert.
It's not that mean.
I would maybe have made it the bonus for round 1, but damn, like, you want that last point. Make them earn that perfect round if they were still in the running for it.
3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. Nick, we're going to come to you first.
Time.
And David?
Yeah, he gave us the answer. Time.
Cool.
Both correct. Next up. So at the end of round 1, it is only a 1-point game. Nick with 8, David with 7, as we go into round 2, which works like this. It is the wheel round. We have 8 categories on the wheel. The person in the lead, in this case Nick, is going to choose whether he would like to go first or second in this round. Whoever's up at the wheel is going to spin it. If they don't like their first category, they can respin, but they have to stick with the second option if they do choose to respin. Then you're going to get 5 questions with 2 points apiece from said category. You don't have to write them down or anything, just say them. If you don't know it, you can check to multiple choice. That will devalue the question to being only worth 1 point, and of course there is stealing in this round as well. So Nick will bring your manager, and then we will decide. We'll bring up the wheel, and then we'll have you guys pick if you would like to go first or second.
Cool.
I will just read off the categories.
Yeah. just a reminder, they cannot spin again if it's opponent's choice. I know that's obvious, but it just wasn't.
Yep. All right.
There we go.
So I'll read out the categories if RJ wants to bring up the wheels. So your categories are Star Wars, quotes, mixed bag, DC, Star Trek, MCU, directors and composers, and Wizarding World.
How are you feeling about that, Nick?
I think I kind of want him to go first.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Okay. Then let's do that.
Okay,
All right,
great.
so we will take out Tim, bring in Adelaide, and we will have David, your first spin at the wheel.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. Your first spin looks like directors and composers.
I know you've been working on it, but I think we can do better. How do you feel?
Yeah, there's only one category there that's worse. So let's spin again.
All right. Whoosh number 2.
All right. Spin number 2. You do have to stick with this one.
Yeah. Please don't be a repeat of the last match.
And it is DC.
All right.
DC.
Do this.
All right. David, I will give you your questions in the category of DC. Remember, there is multiple choice and there is stealing. All right, here we go. First question in DC. What food item was Lex throwing into the ocean at the end of Superman Returns?
Multiple choice.
Okay, is it A, coconuts, B, pineapples, C, potatoes, or D, tomatoes?
Coconuts?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, your next question. In Batman Forever, Alfred and Dick get the name of Robin from what item of Dick's? Need an answer in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Jacket?
That is incorrect. Chance for a 2-point steal from Nick. Your question again. In Batman Forever, Alfred and Dick get the name of Robin from what item of Dick's?
Okay, I was BSing written down. I don't actually know.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
His motorcycle helmet.
That is correct for 2 points.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That is a
Two, baby.
huge
2 points
2-point
right
steal.
there.
Actually takes the lead with that steal. David,
Yes,
back to
takes
you.
the-
Your third question in the category of DC. What type of bird does Jonah Hex have an affinity for?
Crow.
That is correct for 2 points.
Ties it back
Back
up.
on track is David. Question 4. What DC film features musicians such as Lil Yachty, Michael Bolton, and Halsey?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Red, B, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, C, The Losers, or D, Green Lantern? In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question,
One.
please.
Okay, that's your first repeat for the match. What DC film features musicians such as Lil Yachty, Michael Bolton, and Halsey? Your options are A, Red, B, Teen Titans Go to the Movies, C, The Losers, or D, Green Lantern?
I am going to say Teen Titans Go to the Movies.
That is correct for 1 point.
None of the others made any sense. So thank you.
That is correct. And your final question in the category of DC. What building is the target of V's attack at the end of V for Vendetta?
And People Vendetta. The Parliament?
That is correct for 2 points. All right, so had a little bit of a shaky start there, but came back towards the end. David is able to pick up 6 points in that round. That'll bring his subtotal up to 13. But Nick, with a huge 2-point steal, is sitting right now at 10. Anything can happen, though, as we go into Nick's spin. Nick is now up 3-point lead for David.
Good job on the steal, buddy.
Thank you.
And are you ready for your spin?
Sure. Dylan's pick. Hey now. Coming at you.
Looks like it's Wizarding World, actually.
That's way better. I think we should take that, Tim.
You should definitely take that. Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's do it.
All right, and I will be asking the questions this round. All right, Tim, are you ready for your questions? I'm sorry, Nick. Nick, sorry. Nick, are you ready for your questions? Sorry.
Yeah, go.
I just took out Tim, so I saw his name last. I'm sorry. All right, your first question. What spell does Malfoy use to summon a snake during his duel with Harry in Chamber of Secrets?
Serpent Sortia.
That is correct for 2 points.
Right off the bat. Big points.
Right. All right. Your second question. What part of his body does the American magical president say was removed from Grindelwald at the start of the Crimes of Grindelwald?
His tongue.
It's correct for another 2 points and taking back the lead. Your third question. Who pulls the Sword of Gryffindor out of the Sorting Hat in Deathly Hallows Part 2?
Neville Longbottom.
Another 2 big points. Right. Your fourth question. What are the names of Neville's parents? Their first names.
You need his mom's name too, because I don't know.
Yes, I do need father and mother.
In
Five. 4.
Repeat,
3. All right, that's Nick's first repeat. What are the names of Neville's parents?
Oh, so I think I know, but I don't. Frank and Alice.
That is correct for 2
Correct
big
for
points.
2 points.
And your last question in Wizarding World. After helping Dumbledore recruit Slughorn in Half-Blood Prince, where is Harry apparated to?
The Weasleys.
That's correct for
Correct.
2 points.
Again, a clean sweep of that category for Nick.
Can I bring Adelaide?
Sure.
I mean, for a second. I mean, can I read the question again? Can I?
You will have to use a repeat for that.
Well, if this is about a challenge and we don't get the steal, why would we need the repeat?
Because I think I personally will say that of the Weasleys, I mean, the place has a name. It's outside of the Barrow. I don't know what you think.
I think it's too dicey. They probably wouldn't give it to you.
Okay.
The building doesn't have a name. It's the Weasley's house.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, we'll pass.
All right, we are back, and at the end of round 2, we have Nick up 20 to David's 13. Big Wizarding World round for Nick. And now we will go into round 3, which is not the traditional round 3 because this is a 5-round match. It works like this. 3 deep cut movies were randomized from the list of all movies that are included in Full Metal Geek. We had 3 that were randomized. The way this works is the person in the lead will get to pick which movie they would like to answer questions from. Then David will then get to pick between the other 2, but make sure you pay attention to that 3rd movie because those questions will still be coming around in round 4. The way it works is whichever movie you pick, you'll get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. No multiple choice, no stealing. These are deep cut questions from these 3 movies. So the 3 movies today are The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and Supergirl. So based on that, Nick and Tim, which movie would you like to answer questions from in round 3?
Tim, we didn't talk about this at all before, and we don't have a plan. What should I do?
Haha. But just remember that you're going to take what you want, which I agree you should take. He's going to take the other good one, and then
I'll tell you a secret later. I'm okay with that.
Okay, all right. So then, yes, do what we planned on.
I will take Prisoner of Azkaban, please.
Okay. So Nick will get to answer 5 questions from Prisoner of Azkaban, and Adelaide and David are going to choose between Return of the King and Supergirl, which you would like to answer from in round 3.
We talked about this possibility. We don't want to give him all those Return of the King questions. Those are probably better for us as well.
Yeah.
All right. Return of the King.
Return of the King? Okay. So we're going to start with the person who's behind. So David, we're going to start with you. We're going to give you 5 questions from Return of the King, 2 points apiece. No stealing, no multiple choice. And I will be administering these questions to you. Actually, yeah. Sorry, I did his round 2. You're right, RJ. Okay. RJ will give you your questions in Return of the King.
Okay.
All right. David, are you ready?
Sure.
All right. Your first question from Return of the King. What planes in Mordor did Frodo and Sam have to walk through while disguised as orcs? Name of the planes.
Plains of Gorgoroth.
That is correct for 2 points.
2 big points right there, right off the bat.
Oh, deep cuts indeed.
Your next question. Where does Theoden assemble his armies before riding to the aid of Gondor?
Dan Harrow.
Another 2 points.
Also correct.
Not a bad pick for him so far. Next question. What is Pippin's father's name?
Ooh. Paladin.
That is correct
Another
for 2
2
points.
points. All right. Your fourth question. What does Gollum call the staircase that he leads Sam and Frodo up in Return of the King?
Okay, you asking for the name of the stairs? Because you cut up. Can you?
Yeah,
can
you cut out.
Sure, I'll repeat it. I'll give you the technical. No problem. What does Gollum call the staircase that he leads Sam and Frodo up in Return of the King?
Winding stair.
That is correct.
That's correct.
2 points.
And your final question. How many days' ride does Gandalf tell Merry it is to ride from I'm sorry. Whoa.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Nope, that was on me. That was on me. I totally thought it was a different question.
Dude.
How many days? Sorry, question again. How many days' ride does Theoden tell Merry it is to ride from Dun Harrow to Minas Tirith in Return of the King?
3.
Clean sweep
correct.
of Return of the King.
Everything's a
Meaning his
3-day ride.
Ah!
Everything is a
All
3-day
right.
ride.
That's true. So with that, Dave is going to bring his subtotal up to 23 points to Nick's 20. Nick has a big opportunity here with Prisoner of Azkaban. Nick, I will give you your questions from that movie. Cool. Your questions in Prisoner of Azkaban. The first one. What secret passage does Harry use to get to Honeyduke's cellar via the Marauder's map?
The One-Eyed Witch passage.
That is correct for 2 points. What is the name of Aunt Marge's dog that she brings with her to the Dursleys?
Ripper!
That is correct for 2 more points and the lead. Your third question. What is the name of the jokes shop in Hogsmeade?
There's no multiple choice in this, right?
There's not.
Okay, just make sure. Zonkos?
That is correct for 2 points. 2 more questions. What nearby town was Sirius Black sighted at on his way to Hogwarts?
Dufftown.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question. What exact time of day did Harry and Hermione travel back to?
Back to? 7:30.
That is correct. Correct for 2 points. Also a clean sweep. Still a 7-point game then Nick's score 30 to David's 23 as we go into round 4, which you're going to need your whiteboards again for, because now we're getting those Supergirl questions. The one movie that neither of them wanted to choose. They're both going to have to answer the deep cut questions from on the whiteboard. If you get it right, you gain a point. If you get it wrong or put nothing, you lose a point. So with that, we'll alternate. RJ and I asking the questions. I'll start off. Your first question in Supergirl. Name 2 of the 3 people trapped in cages and used as insurance against Kara at the end of the movie.
I am amazed how quickly they went to those boards in that question. How fun was it writing these questions, Robert?
5. I already had them done. 4, 3. I just had.
I meant the first time.
2. What? Not fun at all. Pens down, please. David, we're going to come to you first.
Lucy Lane and Jimmy Olsen.
And Nick?
Lucy Lane, Jimmy Olsen, and Nigel. But
both correct. Absolutely. So both will gain 1 point there as we go into your second question from Supergirl. RJ,
right, your second. No, yeah, sorry. Your second question. When Kara finds Zoltar in the Phantom Zone, he has made a sculpture of what animal? Sorry, my phone almost died.
No, you're good. You're good. Both players look ready, so we'll just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nick.
I need a horse.
And David.
Horse.
Both correct. Keeping pace. Your third question. What is the name of the device that Kara uses to leave Argo City?
I'm just amazed how quickly these guys are going to the boards.
These 2 are prepared.
No hesitation.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David?
Binary shoot.
And Nick?
Binary shoot.
Both correct still.
Well, we can see which movie they definitely made sure to rewatch when they heard the movies.
No kidding.
Your fourth question, gentlemen. What is the name of the sidekick to the evil Selena?
Once again, both to the boards right away.
In Texas, there's no such thing as an evil Selena.
5.
Selena is a goddess and will remain so forever.
2, 1. Pens down. Nick?
Bianca.
And David?
Bianca.
Both correct. And your final question. What fruit does Selena use to hit Ethan on the head and knock him out while he's on the beach with Kara?
Have you ever been hit in the head with a fruit?
I don't think I have. I haven't tried that one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. David?
A coconut.
And Nick?
My night was terrible last night. Coconut.
That is correct. So, clean sweep again for this movie. David brings his score up to 28 to Nick's 35. So it is a 7-point game as we go into the final round, which is the traditional round 3. This is the round 5 and 5 round formats. It's another wheel. We have 6 categories on the wheel this time. The person who is behind, basically each person is going to 2-point, a 3-point, and a 5-point. The categories from which those questions will come is determined by this wheel. You have 1 respin to use throughout the entirety of this round, so make sure you use it well. And we're going to stay with one person, in this case David, until he reclaims the lead from Nick. Then we'll pass it back over to Nick. So with that, your categories on this round 5 wheel are as follows: MCU, Mixed Bag, DC, Star Trek, Wizarding World, and Star Wars. So with that, David, your 2-point spin is now in.
All right.
And it lands on Star Trek for a 2-pointer.
All right.
Yep, you got it.
Okay. David, I'll give you your questions in this round, and RJ will do the same for Nick. Star Trek 2-pointer. Here we go. Who kills Admiral Marcus in Star Trek Into Darkness?
Khan.
That is correct for 2 points.
I have that. I can't do the thing.
That is correct for 2 points. Bring your score up to 30. You do need to hit your both questions to take the lead, or just your 5 to tie. So bring that wheel up. We'll bring Adelaide back in for your 3-point spin now, David.
This is the part of the job I wish was easier for this round.
Keeping sharing the screen, yeah.
Yeah. Just make it easier to bring it back and back and forth. But all right, 3-point spin is away. Star Trek again.
All right.
Okay.
Woo, let's do this.
And it is again Star Trek. Okay. So your 3-pointer in the category of Star Trek, I already scrolled away, and that's on me. 3-pointer in the category of Star Trek. In Insurrection, what's the name of the species on the planet whose genetic aging is slowed?
The Baku.
That is correct for 3 points.
Woo!
Up to 33. Hitting this question for David. We'll throw it over to Nick, and Nick will be forced to win it. If David misses, Nick will win this match by TKO.
All right.
And your 5-point spin. It is away. Gonna do the triple crown of Star Treks. Nope, it is Wizarding World.
All right, we got this, David. I got faith in you. Got 2 repeats. Let's fucking do this.
Okay.
I'm going to take Let's Effing Do This as we're going to keep it.
They're going to keep it, yeah. All right. All right, David, your 5-pointer in Wizarding World. What does Dumbledore call it when Harry explains that his wand and Voldemort's are connected in Goblet of Fire?
Priori incantatem.
That is correct for 5 points, and the lead 38 to Nick's 35. David has done everything he can. David has done everything he can. Now it is up to Nick to win it. He is 3 points behind right now, so only a couple questions will do it for Nick.
Basically, as long as he hits the 3 or the 5, he's got this. He has to go through the 2 to get there, but we got to do it.
Yep.
It's fun anyways. So let me bring in Tim real quick.
Well, the 2 matter. Yeah, he won't have to answer his 5 if he hits 2 and 3.
That's true. But yeah, if he hits his 3 or his 5 here, he can win this.
Okay.
All right. All right. And Nick, are you ready for your spin?
Sure.
All right. Everything is eligible but Star Trek for your 2-pointer.
Yep. Because that 2 was already taken.
I like that one.
It's actually going to be Star Wars. Would you like to keep that for 2 points or again?
I think I can do a 2-pointer in there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
2-pointer in Star Wars. RJ will answer that or ask that question for you.
I wouldn't know the answer to this question anyways. All right. Nick, for 2 points. In The Last Jedi, what does Rose give to a child on Canto Bight that hides a secret symbol of the Resistance?
A ring.
That is correct for 2 points, to be 1 point behind David. And as we did mention, he just has to either hit the 3 or the 5 now, and he will win the game.
Hi, Tim.
Hey, buddy.
And my thing just slowed. Apologies.
You're good.
And there it is. All right. Do y'all see the wheel?
Yep.
Okay, good. All right. All right, so the 3-point spin is away, and Star Trek, once again, is the only one off the table for this spin. And you got the Wizarding World. Would you like to keep that for 3 points or spin again?
So we should definitely keep it, right? I mean, and if you happen to have missed it, then we go again and we have the respin on the 5.
I was gonna play it out like I wasn't too sure, but yeah, we should probably.
yes. Yeah. Let's not dilly daddle. Let's get this done.
All right. All right, Tim, for the possible win for 3 points in the Wizarding World. Which member of the Order uses a spell to alert wedding guest of the minister's death in Deathly Hallows Part 1?
Well, first of all, RJ, my name is Nick.
Sorry.
Second of all, I will see you soon, Tim, because the answer is Kingsley Shacklebolt.
And your winner and new #1 contender, Nick Twohig. Now 4-0, score of 40-38, the highest grossing, the highest scoring match in Full Metal Geek history was this match right here. You guys are incredible. We will have some words really quick. RJ and I will discuss later, but first we're going to talk to David and Adelaide. Yeah, David, you had a good match. 38 points is insane. Swept everything in the deep cut round. Had just a little bit of a shaky round 2. Do you think that's where that hurt you the most, or would you say it's in your round 1? But yeah, started a little bit shaky, but man, you came back in those deep cut rounds and just fought to the end.
Yeah, obviously. I don't hate DC. I probably should have gone multiple on the jacket one because Nick had an amazing pull. I could see I really thought it was his jacket. So I thought it was his jacket, so I went for the 2, didn't pay up. But honestly, I think this match was a Wizarding World heavy one, and I was just the unlucky one that didn't spin it. So I'm pretty proud of how I played anyway. So.
Yeah, just to break it down, you fucking demolished the points record. Yes, Nick won, but you still played an amazing game today. Nick got one of his best strengths in round 2. We got one that we're all right at, but again, we can work on it, and that's fine. Nick only missed 2 questions the whole match. He's fucking phenomenal. He's one of the greatest players to ever touch Geek. The fact that David took him as far as he did proves that our 2 TKOs and our 1 KO were not flukes. When it comes back to when we're drafting everything, David's going to be back as the threat in Geek after Tim loses the title to Nick.
Well,
all right.
There is something to look forward to, though. Like everybody, everyone should know at this point, losing this isn't really a bad thing, because losing this, you are still going to guarantee to be one of the captains for the Full Metal Brawl. So you're going to start looking for teammates and wondering who you're going to play, because who you're going to play is either going to be Nick or Tim. So how do you feel about that?
Sweet. Like any of them, bring it. Nick, I proved I can hang with, and Nick and Tim are teammates, so I'm guessing they are similar in Geek knowledge. I think Nick is a little better than Tim for what I have seen in other leagues. So any of them I will play. I'm here to play with the best. So
yeah. I don't think I can help David in this unless my knowledge of the game is different. But as whatever the good version of Palpatine is, I'll be there right by David's side, convincing him to draft good players. So you know what? We'll see you in fucking November. I don't know when it is, but we'll see you in the fall when the weather gets colder. I'm not as hot in this, and we're gonna play another amazing set of games.
Absolutely.
Great job, you guys.
Obviously keeping their head up in defeat as they should. And now we will hop over and talk to Tim and Nick. Nick obviously winning a huge match here today, but also you two have to play each other for the title.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And let's address the elephant in the room. You guys are wrong, because everyone said Scully was going to beat Tim, and everyone said Dom was going to beat Tim. And guess what? Tim's the champ. So that is by no means a guarantee. I'm going to have to work my butt off and try really hard if I want to even hang with Tim. So Tim is one of, if not the best Geek players around, and he's definitely the most underrated. So I'm really excited with how I did today. David is really good. I knew I was going to be pushed and tested. I am very glad that like 50% of my questions were from the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So that really fell in my favor. And honestly, looking back, that challenge in round 1, I kind of felt like a dick doing it, but it really made a difference, because had I not done that, I'm not ahead in round 1. He gets to spin differently. I probably get stuck with DC. Total guess on the motorcycle helmet. And I didn't know most of his other ones. So
no, you're 100% correct. Those points you were ahead of it for, had he kept the challenge and kept y'all tied, we could have saw a different round 2, because you may have not gone first, because he would have had the choice to spin if he wanted to. You could have ended up with DC. You could have ended up with directors, composers. Yeah, you're right. I gotta say, man, like, not only is your knowledge good, the way you play the game is great. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, you have the experience of Tim and Cody in your corner, but in the end, all the decisions come down to you. You know how to play the game. So there's a reason you're here.
Much appreciated.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
No, Nick, you played lights out. You like Adelaide said, you only missed 2 questions. David played lights out too. Like it was a great match. Going 3 deep cut movies perfect from both of you is awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy good job. I look forward to playing you. It's going to be fun because the belt just gets to stay with Cody and our family here. So, I mean, that's good because nobody else can touch us. As for thank you for your kind words. I don't want to take the spotlight off of you, but I would like to say, Adelaide, go fuck yourself. David, okay, from other leagues you've seen, I'm not quite as good as Nick. Okay, whatever. Cool. I'm so glad that for 2 years I dealt with everyone saying Robert was better than me, and now we're back to this narrative. I'm glad I get to live in this hell again. But yes, Nick is great. Great. I'm so happy for you. It's going to be fun when we play.
Absolutely. And seeing you two play, which will be sooner rather than later, that's going to be an incredible match as well. So with that, RJ, final thoughts on the match, my man.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, man, I should have been giving out movies a long time ago because we've been having some crazy games. But yeah, like I said, never seen a perfect round 3 and 4 before. That was amazing to see. Not seeing a TKO in a TKO or a knockout in a 5-round match is another thing that like we're getting used to now because these competitors are at it. And yeah, like it's like I always say, I do love a good like rivalry story, but my favorite matches are the 2 people who go in there like as like best friends and are just going to have a great time. And we know we're going to get that with Tim and Nick, but we're also going to get great competition because these guys know their stuff. Both of them do.
Certainly, yeah, absolutely. These 2, definitely 2 of the best, 2 of the most underrated, 2 just incredible minds in geek movie trivia. I'm so excited to see these 2 go head-to-head. Tim had some really, really impressive wins earlier this season. We'll see if he can do it again against Nick, who is now 4-0, trying to make his way to be 5-0 and champion. So with that, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you very soon for the title match. I've been Robert Parker. That's been RJ. We had Tim and Adelaide managing. We had Nick and David competing. Thank you all very much for watching. Do all that stuff you're supposed to do at the end of a YouTube video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you next time.